All right, guys, welcome back once again. I have with me nRg over there. You can check out his social media, which is Adanimo, and with an underscore for Twitter and without the underscore for his Twitch. Um, has been with me this evening for our first series, and he's joining me for the second series as well. We got UCF Death Knights and Team Dynamics. This will be a pretty good series, I think. We're going to be seeing both teams have struggled a little bit this season. Team Dynamics has started to ramp up and find their kind of like footing in NGS. They are now 2-1-2. Now, on the other side, UCF has been struggling a little more, where they are 2-4. So hopefully, UCF Death Knights can, at the very least, not find themselves in a situation with another loss, maybe get themselves abroad. And for Team Dynamics, if things work out for them, maybe they can keep this momentum in their weekly series and get themselves another domination.
Sounds interesting.
So we're going to be going back to Infernal Shrines. So we obviously just casted Infernal Shrines, and what do you think these teams need to do based on what we saw earlier?
Infernal Shrines. Commit to the shrine. Have that team fight playmaking ability, or obviously split push.
Yeah.
I think most of the time though, people tend to gravitate towards the team fight on the shrines, as it just makes more sense. It's a little bit more safer, and especially if you don't draft accordingly to counter possible split pushing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how they draft these two teams. Like you said, if they draft a team that can do the push, or if they draft the teams for just objective.
Yeah, that's all I can really say, because I don't know what these teams um, favor as far as their draft picks. Fortunately, I don't feel like we have that information.
Yeah, it would be awesome if eventually we get stats first from all these teams and all these replays, and then you can start building up, an actual catalog of player preferences, especially during a patch or a minor patch time, so you get a month of data and know how people play. But until then, we'll just have to kind of roll with how they draft things. So we are now starting up this draft. We'll see if they opt for things like some globals, because much like nRg said, we got the ability to split push. You can pick up guys like Dahaka, which play nicely for that kind of thing. You split push with them and get yourself a lot of value, because unlike some other split pushers, he can join the objective whenever he's needed. So he keeps pushing, he keeps pushing. If you need to fight or want to fight and are going to get some kills, just burrows in, helps secure the kills, and waddles on up back to whatever lane he was in, continue soaking.
I like the Garrosh ban. He's really strong on shrines. He enables a lot. You typically see him banned when, hotly contested objectives. He's really strong.
Yeah, definitely agree. Like, he's his only potential downside on the shrine is accidentally grabbing the wrong person because of the proximity to the skeleton. That's the only potential problem with Rush on this map. But otherwise, he's still really, really strong. And the follow up ban will be on Medivh.
I think it's an excellent ban by the side of Team Dynamics. Medivh, he really influences a lot of team fights if used properly. And, obviously this is an organized group that's going to be communicating, so they don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah, I agree. There's so much pressure Medivh creates. He creates opportunity to get in, get out, protect someone, dish out the damage. He basically has all the tools in the toolbox. He grants vision, and he basically I don't know. He kind of like lets you know he's there too, since you always see him and he always sees you, and really tilts your team.
Death Knight's picking up the Hanzo. Makes sense. He's very strong on this battleground, this map.
Yeah,
Able just to do a lot, provide vision, clear those minions, poke effectively, get out of danger. Hanzo's so good.
yeah. The Hanzo has. This is one of those maps where it's I'd say it's one of the easier maps to get scatter arrow value, because if you're sitting on your side of the objectives, he has multiple places where he can bounce the arrows. He can bounce them safely from in the middle of the lane into the objective. He can bounce them into it from his side as well. And so you have to contend with scatter arrows thrown towards your face, especially when skeletons are cleared up by one of the teams.
Maev and Stukov picked up by Team Dynamics. Maev really does a lot of work. She gets a lot of good tether value. I wonder if she's going to go with that tether quest.
Yeah, it's definitely feasible to go with the tether quest, especially when it's looking like they're going to have the double bruiser. So they're opting for their solo laner as being Blaze. Blaze kind of as sort of like a light disengage for the Maev's Warden's Cage. And they're looking to pick up a Lucio here, probably for very similar reasons. They're trying to deal with the Maev with Lucio. And even if they get caught in a Warden's Cage, they then down barrier. However, they're they're also going to have to be concerned about Stukov. Stukov in the Warden's Cage, creating what I think of as the hell in the cell kind of situation. They basically can't get out. They're sitting in silence, incapable of doing anything. And, well, what good is sound barrier going to do you if you get trapped in there and are silenced alongside of everyone else?
One thing I want to bring up about the Blaze pick is going to be crucial by Death Knights to secure the Blaze bunker, as it will play a big part in whether or not they get the value from Warden's Cage and the Silence. I mean, can the Blaze position well enough so that when Silence goes down, he's able to just provide bunker and everybody just jumps in for that safety net?
Yeah, exactly. Uh, the bunker is really critical, and it is going to be critical the positioning of Blaze in these team fights. You don't want to get caught in the Warden's Cage Endless combo, because then essentially you're stuck, right? And you're not going to be able to help your team. If you play too passively, though, Blaze basically then is getting very minimal value, because part of his value proposition as a hero is that he has AoE stun, or a stun that kind of is like the incendiary, or the cocktail of Greymane. Same sort of effect, hits one person and then it spreads to everyone behind into the sides.
Yeah, you get max value out of people just bunching up. Gotta watch out.
So the follow-up bans we're going to see is going to be a tank battle of bans. We have three tanks that have now been banned out of the game. We have ETC, Diablo, Garage. That's a lot of tanks off the table.
Wow. No tanks in this game.
Yeah, I guess they're going for the tankless game. It would be awesome to see it, but even in the, like, I guess in the craziest of metas, there's always been at least one tank. Even if the tanks got obliterated, they always had one tank in the meta. Now,
This gives room for a lot of opportunity for tanks we don't normally see, such as the Arthas, a Nubrak.
hmm, so they're going to pick up Tyrael and Junkrat. I like this, because if all the tools in the tank box have been removed, and you're not left with like a lot of choices, Tyrael is, who was a lot more popular pre-nerf, is still a solid tank. And so he's not a true tank. You need to have a second tank to play alongside Tyrael, and especially post shielding nerf, which means that he's not able to provide as much support for his team. But the sanctification with Ayav and potentially Stukov there as well for the Warden's Cage combo is going to be ridiculous, I feel, if they can make it work.
Yeah, top players know how to utilize Tyrael. He's very flexible. He has different talents that can fill in the gaps of things that they might be lacking. He's not just a one-trick kind of pick kind of pony. He has multiple different talents that just enable a lot of flex things to happen for the team.
Yeah. And whoa, okay. Um, so this composition from UCF Death Knights is reminiscent of an old composition. One of my first teams I played with used to run. I called it an overrun comp. And basically, if you ever have played Magic the Gathering, overrun was basically give everything, a plus plus and trample, which then transfers damage to the player. If you're not familiar with what trample does, that hopefully that's clear enough. But I call this the overrun comp because you have Lucio. Lucio then speeds you up and you run into the backline. So Lucio speeds Sonya, Murden, Blaze up into the backline, and instead of like trying to deal with Ethereal, they're just like we're smorking Stukov, we're smorking Junkrat, and we have Hanzo in the back. Well, so while you guys are in disarray trying to figure out how to like handle all these melee and all these big bodies, we're going to just like have Hanzo dropping bombs on you too.
Man, the Arthas pick, it makes sense.
Absolutely. Much like you said, like it opens up the window for more possibilities. There's more possibilities, and Arthas in this comp makes a lot of sense because against the overrun, one of the best ways to help prevent it is having Arthas body him with the frozen wastes, and that cold will stack on up, slow him down, and eventually you should hopefully be able to prevent him from overrunning your team.
Yeah, we got to pay close attention to team dynamics, Tyrael, and to see if he's able to pick the correct talents to round out this team composition that they're going to go for. That's going to be really crucial on the make and break of their team comp.
Yeah. One interesting thing is that they picked this kind of like overrun comp into the Maiev, and Maiev is super valuable against multiple melees because she gets Q resets super easily at that point. And they essentially chose this comp that gives Maiev extra opportunity to get Q resets instead of opting for a second ranged damage dealer. And now they also have double solos. They have the Sonya and the Blaze. All right, we are now in the game, and we got Rook on the Blaze, Jackster 37 on the Lucio, Snipe going to be playing the Hanzo, very aptly named in this situation. We get Red Conscript on the Muradin, and finally Kodiak's on the Sonya. That'll be the UCF Death Knights.
Team dynamics on the red side. Mr. Freeze running that Stukov. Daribo looks to be on the Maiev. Arthas being played by Summer Ash. Tyrael being played by Captain Miramask, and Raven X on the Junkrat.
All right, so taking a look at some of the talents, Maiev has yet to pick one. We do have Justice for All. We have the Growing Infestation, the Frost Presence, put some English on it. Finally, Nyasha's Memento. A lot of damage being dealt out on both sides. Captain Miramask taken a lot of damage. Stukov will hopefully heal him on up rather shortly. In the top lane, we got Summer Ash facing off against Kodiak's the Sonya.
Yeah, interesting that they put the Arthas up top there.
Yeah, I think it's because Tyrael's going to lose value for his team if he's in the solo lane, but he's able to hold it in the sense that the shielding helps prevent the push. But Arthas actually can win that based on, it depends on the comp that they go. If he goes certain comps, certain talents, he can actually win the 1v1. Odds are he won't go that build because it's significantly less team fight oriented. And against all this CC, you want the traditional teamfight build with the Icebound Fortitude instead of the Rune Tap.
Siege camp picked up pretty early by Team Dynamics.
Yeah, this will allow them to alleviate some pressure and hold this lane. And in the meantime, they'll clear up bottom, be able to rotate on back. And they're actually going to pick up the bottom camp as well, it looks like. They'll keep in pressure elsewhere, but they're not soaking the mid lane, which is actually very detrimental. So like they're getting the pressure with these siege camps or trying to alleviate pressure. They're not actually making anything happen in the interim of getting those. Nice pull from Darabo. There's the leap. Rook going to be walking on out though. And there's the Q resets. Q, and soon I'd expect UCF Death Knights to be QQing about Maiev as well.
Yeah, getting excellent value off of the Fan of Knives. Darbo on the Maiev, that's crucial. Getting those resets, it adds up, and you have to respect it.
Yeah, we're going to see Redemption and Explosive Arrows. So Hanzo can be going either way here with the sharpened arrowheads or with the Never Outmatched. Either one will work, especially if you go to Redemption build. One will help you stack the armor reduction faster. The other one will help you, get more serrated arrows. A nice knockback from Raven X. Red Conscript now on their side. Rook has queued on in. And we got Darabo pulling back Red. And he'll be able to walk away. Captain Mura is really low on mana. He needs to tap before this objective. Otherwise, he's going to just fall back, which I think is okay. Because he has to run across the map otherwise.
Wow, that bottom gate almost down on the side of Death Knights. Team Dynamics definitely pushed that bottom one down.
Yeah. They're getting a decent amount of structural lead. Nothing major yet, but it's enough to put some concern for UCF Death Knights. So we're going to have the Stalwart Angel, the One Good Spread. We do have the Frozen Waste. We also have the Taste for Explosion and the Blade Dance. There goes Rook.
Multi-man stun.
Yeah, very nicely done. They're not going to be able to capitalize on it other than getting themselves positioned now. But Darabo is walking on in there. Red Construct going to leap on out. There's the Thunderclap. Rook going to miss with the Jet Propulsion. Summer Ash getting super low though. Kodaks is all the way there. Summer Ash just manages to survive and they pick up the first kill of the game on the side of Team Dynamics.
Yeah, Sonya paying with her life trying to get secure that kill on the Arthas, but he got out and he seems to be healthy, coming right back onto the shrine.
Yeah, this is where knowing when to tap is super critical. You get so many people who tap, but then their taps are down for objectives, and it's like Summer Ash tapped there, and like look at the difference this is going to make for them. Sevens around the corner. Both teams trying to finish this up. 31-15 right now. They're not fully committing to fighting. They're just trying to finish up the shrine at the moment. It's 35-20. There's a big stun coming from Rook, and Darabo is out. Summer Ash getting low once again. Red Conscript chasing him down. Captain Muramask is trying to save Summer Ash, but down goes two members on the side of Team Dynamics. Make that three. It's a triple, baby.
Only two more needed. Maya trying to secure it, she does.
Very nicely done, but he's going to cost Darabo her life. Red Conscript really low. This is a bit of a heartbreaking situation for Team Dynamics. They get it, they lose 4 members for it, and that gives them a big lead in XP. They're a full level ahead, about 75%, or well, 3/4 of a level ahead in XP bar wise. Ooh, unfortunately, too much movement on Team Dynamics. They might have been. Oh, Kodak's going in though. Okay, no follow up though from the rest of the team. They're just trying to finish this off. The collapse though. There's the stun. Captain Muramask, Summer Ash taking the brunt of the damage. Darabo in the back. Raven X taking a lot of damage as well. He should be able to back out. He does have the tricky shuffles, I'm sure. So yeah, extra 50% movement speed. Fortunately, they don't get this camp, but luckily for them, they walk away, without losing anything.
Yeah, Maiev going on top right now. She just wants to clear this top lane and apply pressure. Sonya, recognizing that this is happening, goes top. And meanwhile, Team Dynamics just secured that siege camp. Blaze got the side for Death Knights, and both these camps are going to battle out this middle lane to see what happens here.
Yeah, they don't have the clear on their side right now, since Snipe is over there on the Hanzo, able to clear it up. In the top lane, though, very nice rotation. Summer Ash, Adarabo, some T-Tours there. Sorry, guys. We got them, they got themselves a nice gank, which will help, but they're still down a full level for the next objective, and this is going to be critical. They have to hit 10 to be able to fight for this.
Yeah, excellent gank. I'm going on top there. Sonya went down, and the power spike has happened on the side of Death Knights. What are they choosing for their ults?
We got Dragon's Arrow, Sound Barrier, the Combustion, Avatar, and Wrath of the Berserker. I'm bewildered that we're seeing Combustion because Sanctification will instantly counter Combustion as well. Like basically, you see Combustion about to happen, you hit the Sanctification button, and it's like, no Combustion.
Yeah, this is really risky in my opinion for Death Knights, not grabbing that bunker. So my Ev is going to get a ton of value with the silence if they happen to get everybody grouped up.
Whoa! Arthas took Rune Tap. He went the traditional build that I was saying, the teamfight build, but he didn't take Icebound Fortitude. I think this is a critical mistake. There are 3 stuns, 4 stuns if you include Dragon's Arrow, and no Icebound Fortitude? That seems absolutely bonkers. In case you don't...
Both these teams going YOLO though on their talent picks.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know what Icebound Fortitude is, it reduces the stun CC duration and it gives armor to Arthas. So if you have 4 potential CCs onto you, you hit Icebound Fortitude, and all of a sudden you're taking significantly less damage. You're getting stun locked significantly less as well, and it'll also screw up some people's timings, not realizing the situation. Very quickly clearing this up on the side of UCF Death Knights. They need to get on here now if they want to fight. Like, this is a very slow rotation because they're about to lose this Punisher almost for free.
Maev trying to make the play.
There's the Combustion coming out. Sanct is not going to be used yet. There's the Silence. Hell in the Cell. The pullback. Sanctification is being used. And there's the Sound Barrier now. Everyone is low. Darabo's low. Kodiak's is low. Red Conscript getting chunked on down. Darabo trying his best. Follow-up stun by Rook. And there's the first kill onto Tyrael. And they already have lost the Punisher. And it's not going to be enough. Rook just managing to survive.
Yeah, wow. That was definitely what you had said. Late to the rotation, Death Knight's already halfway done before the team arrived, and they had no trouble securing this Punisher.
Yeah, this was definitely a critical mistake on their part. Like, they had no reason to give up such a position and then allow them to get 20 and almost 25 before they even got onto the Shrine to fight. They're now down to talent once again. They do get a lot of value in the top lane, but nonetheless, it's not going to matter. They'll clear up this Punisher pretty quickly, and they could force a fight here. With a good concussion mine, they can get a kill. Fortunately, no concussion mine is thrown out that I could have seen. But they clear this up. They lose most of the front wall, but it's not done and out yet. No keep has been taken.
Yeah, Sonya grabbing no escape increases the movement speed bonus. I'm using basic and pro abilities at 20%. This is going to allow her to rotate effectively and just move around the map a lot more quickly, as well as escape any kind of dire situation.
Yeah, it definitely gives her a lot more speed. It is slightly surprising because she did opt for the Poison Spear and isn't taking, the follow-up talents for the Spear, which gives cooldown reduction and then the pull. We have Summer Ash rotating on up here to deal with the push of Sonya. She won't be able to push freely anymore, but she already has this front wall, opened up. In the mid lane, however, Captain Muramask going to manage to get out of there. So we're looking at 13 out of 20 for Arthas on his Frost Presence. And hitting 20 is a huge power spike for the Frost Presence. We also have 61 for Taste for Explosions right now. We had The party mix completed. Redemption is up in action. We also have the mounted archery, hard style, fuel leak, healing static. On the other side, now that 13 been picked up, we're going to see the shattered armor, the lingering spines. There's a Palanta red conscript. He should have the leap. There he goes. The bladed armor, and we're still waiting for Tyrael to choose. We also have Ripper Air, so now Junkrat can get around the map super fast.
Top lane being pushed by Sonya. Death Knights understand that they have pressure all over this map, and Sonya is just getting mad value top, gonna get the top keep.
Yeah, they need a force. Like, basically, Team Dynamics has not identified or properly identified the fact that they can push for free. They have a wave coming. They have Captain Muramask who can tank, and they are fighting a 5v4. There goes Red Conscript. Rook misses. There's the root onto Rook. He has no way to escape. Frozen Waste. There's the Warden's Cage. And there they go. Silence onto them. Two members. Absolutely beautiful. Sound Barrier comes out, but it's not going to save the day as Team Dynamics has secured 2 kills, looking for another one. But they're going to just have to be content with taking 2 lives and a fort.
Yeah, Blaze not going for that bunker, which could have saved the day right there in that little skirmish that they just had. And Maiev getting mad value off of what she's doing to this enemy team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the combination of Mr. Freeze's silences into the Wardens has been absolutely brutal for him. Additionally, because he has lingering spines, he basically drops it and he knows they're not going anywhere for another 1.5 seconds. The downside, though, for Team Dynamics, even though they get that, they're down a talent here still. They get 2 kills, they get the 4, but they're down a talent. And this is going to be a 16 versus 15 situation. Kind of the worst situation for them as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're relying on Junkrat to kind of get that 16 going for them.
Oh,
are they going to be able to get in time for the shrines? Oh!
That was very nice pull, but this is still a 16 versus 15. Captain Muramask really low. They have absolutely no heroics, so they took a fight at the wrong time. Dragon Arrow coming on in. Red Conscript is back in the fray. He is on top of them. Garabo getting low. Mr. Freeze getting low. There's a Riptire. So much damage. Summer Ash will be going down here as the combustion comes out. And Kodak secures the kill on Stukov. 3 members down. And say goodbye to Team Dynamics.
Yeah, Death Knights understanding that they have that level advantage and utilize the perfect team fight to push them back. They don't even care about the shrine. They're just going to push.
Yeah, this is really smart decision making. When you have a talent lead, use your talent lead. Don't let your opponent, get themselves to 16 for free without having to face consequences. And UCF Death Knights are making them face the consequences, which is, you lost members, we have a talent advantage, we're going to take your front wall, and then we'll get the Punisher, which will take your keep.
So we're about halfway done with the shrine, but the 16 has been hit by the side of Team Dynamics. Are they going to be able to defend this? It doesn't look like it, but they're just going to definitely do some damage.
Yeah. Raven X going to be knocked on back. So they just hit 16. We're going to see the spread volley, the Remorseless Winter, the Pox Populi, and we're going to have Smite the Wicked. They're looking to actually gank him on the rotation here in Armored Assault. Oh, this is a very dangerous call. But they're going to actually flank him from the rear after the Punisher jumps on in. There goes Darabao. They're on the backside. There they go. Hanzo has nowhere to go, but the Warden's Cage does not capture him. Darabao taking a ton of damage. There comes a Riptire. The Sound Barrier is going to keep them up. They lose the Maiev, and they are trying to secure themselves some kills, but they are looking like they are on the run right now. Summer Ash taking a lot of damage. Sanctification finally coming on out, and it's not going to be good enough. Coming out a little too late. Not saving the Maiev, who is their damage. Summer Ash going on down, and UCF is looking like they're going to be closing out this game.
Yeah, all ults popped almost on the side of Team Dynamics. Just was not enough. They were able to kind of get some combos going, but the Punisher right behind the side of Death Knights just did too much.
Yeah. I think there's also a mistake from Junkrat by picking up Spread Volley instead of Endless Nades. He had 135 stacks on there already. So he's doing almost another, what is it, 70 damage. And endless nades with that triple front line is going to hit a lot of people, and then you literally just keep spamming. If you hit 4 people, you get another nade, and you yeah, just keep spamming over and over and over, and 4 hits equal a full reset. So DPS numbers: Junkrat coming out with 66.8k, Maiev coming out with 51.7k, Hanzo 42.6k, Sonya 35, Blaze 32. So this overrun comp worked really well for him. I think this is in part due to some serious misplay on the side of Team Dynamics with that super late rotation, which caused a snowball where they were down a talent, they lost a lot of structures, they were beaten silly 16 versus 15. They lost their front wall after that, and then obviously, they took the desperation road of trying to fight before the Punisher can get onto the court.
Yeah, not only that, but you got to be on point with the rotations and respecting, talent leads. That you never want to pick a fight like you had just said with when you're down in that scenario where they had 15 and they had 16. You just might as well just go and soak lanes and let them get um, that shrine if they have to, because you can just come back, regroup, possibly burn the Punisher, not lose people. So definitely some crucial mistakes made by the side of Team Dynamics, which ultimately cost them the game.
Yeah. And if you go by like their numbers, you're like, how did these guys lose the game? Because they had significantly more DPS being put out, 22,000 more damage from Junkrat than Hanzo, and still almost 10,000 more from Maiev than Hanzo. And really, I think the critical misplays resulted in that snowball, and it wasn't their draft that was bad. It was the execution of the macro game that cost them the loss.
Yep, map awareness, macro matters a lot more than just team fights and getting kills.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to have some replays from that game, so sit on tight as we get game number 2 ready. Maybe this time Team